Welcome back to Bill's Bets and Beers. My name is Chad, the host, and this is going to be a channel where I talk about Bills, mostly just updating news and just NFL news in general. Doing some bets, walking through some parlays I do. Like today I'm going to be talking about a Thursday night parlay. And then on top of that, I'm going to be tasting some tasty brews and mostly from the local area IPAs and just rating them on a scale of taste, looks. There's a couple little genres I have for that. So this video, as you saw from the title, it's going to be regarding the Thursday night matchup tonight. I wanted to do this video a couple days ago, just haven't had any time, unfortunately. But currently, just trying to get it done before the game starts. So let's start it off with some news. We have some NFL news. Honestly, this past weekend, crazy football. I mean, you had obviously the Rams getting beat up by the Bills that bad, which I don't think anyone saw that coming. The Giants beat the Titans. That's huge. Dable had a good start off coming out, and I mean, it just was a shocker. No one saw that one coming. Besides some Giants fans, of course. Texans and Colts tie. I mean, Texans, we thought they were at the bottom of the ladder. And the Colts, I thought they'd be winning the division. Might be up in the air now. I mean, honestly, who knows now at this point? No one has a win over in that division at this point. They only have ties. And then Dak Prescott is going to be out for at least 4 weeks with a hand injury. That's huge and bad for the Cowboys. And then on top of that, Steelers-Bengals game. That was a shocker. I mean, Steelers started off hot against the Bills last year with their defense, but the offense for the Bills started off super slow, and it just seems like the same thing happened for the Bengals. I think they're going to bounce back. It should be nothing to worry about, but let's get going into this video a little bit more. I picked them to win that division. I want to win my 8-leg parlay for that, so I'm hoping they come through at least. Some Bills news. Oliver didn't practice yesterday. I didn't check if he practiced today yet. I've been busy with work and coming home with the kids and stuff. But he could play, but if he doesn't, it's looking like he might not. If he doesn't play, I think we'll still be just as well off. I don't think there's anything huge about him not playing. I mean, he's a key player, but I think we have enough defense to kind of keep Tannehill from getting comfortable, and also not stopping, but like holding back Henry enough. Daquan Jones is a beast, and I think he's going to be a big help there. So that's really and I mean, I didn't report this yet. It's been over a week, but Poyer got his couple mil not extension, but just added on to his contract with incentives for this year. I think it's because they didn't have a chance to come to an actual agreement on his contract. So unfortunately, we'll be figuring that out this offseason if we want to keep him or not. Okay, lighting's getting pretty bad, so I'm gonna take this off. Anyways, so from here I kind of want to talk about that Thursday night game coming up. Big game. I think it's gonna be huge offensive game. I think it's gonna be kind of similar to what the matches we had all last year, like high 30s, low 40s. Both teams are gonna be within like probably 3 to 5 points max. And honestly, I didn't really want to touch this like winning wise because it's really gonna be too close. But I think the Chargers. I don't know. Chargers has Keenan Allen out now. It's gonna be interesting who edges it out. I think it can go either way. But with Keenan Allen out, it's gonna give the Kansas City defense a little bit of a break there, and I honestly think Kansas City is gonna come away with this game. I don't like to say it. I like to say them lose. I have to go 1-1, but that's just how the nature of the football game goes. But anyways, let's get into my parlay. I have 7-leg parlay for this Thursday nighter. Some interesting, some not, like bets on it. Starting off, I have 3 anytime touchdown scorers at the moment, and it's gonna be about one second, I'm just changing something up real quick. I have Mike Williams. Since having Keenan Allen out, I think he's gonna be like the spot of the defense to kind of like watch after, but I think he's still going to get a touchdown throughout the game without so many points being scored. And then on top of that, I have Travis Kelce. It's kind of rich to get him there scoring twice, but come on, guys, be a little quiet, please. And then we have, sorry about that, got some kiddos in the back. I have Travis Kelce there. I think he's going to score anyways. It's kind of obvious he is going to score, but it can go either way when it comes to that aspect of the game. I mean, they could use that against them and have them kind of focus on him and go to everywhere else. The rookie could score. But I just went with Travis Kelce, trying to get the easy bet in there because I think he's just going to score. Because with losing Tyreek Hill, he's going to become more of a primary source of touchdowns for them. On top of that, I had Austin Ekeler also scoring. I saw Austin Ekeler as Ekeler is just, it just makes sense for him to score a touchdown. He couldn't. It could go all throughout the air, but I think they're going to try to test KC's run defense and hopefully break through. I think Mike Williams can get a long reception, or the tight end, Everett, or anyone could get a long reception and end up having a goal line that he just goes in. Also, Ekeler's going to give you a lot of passing yards, I think. So he can also get a passing touchdown. Doesn't matter what kind, as long as he scores. So that's 3 out of the 7 so far. Next up, it's going to be passing yards. I have Justin Herbert going over 279.5. So it was either him or Patrick Mahomes going over 305. I think both are possible. I just went with the lower number because I know both are going to have massive numbers this game. Then up next, it's going to be receiving yards. I didn't want to touch any of the wide receivers. Obviously, it makes sense. I should have just gone Kelce with the over, but it was pretty high last time I checked, even though I think they're still going to get yards. I went with Austin Ekeler on the over with 39.5 yards. I think he's going to, without Keenan Allen and Mike Williams might be getting blanketed enough, I do think that he's going to get enough passes or even some checkdowns where he's going to make enough yards out of it to make that up. It just makes sense to me. And then also I chose, it's a running back receiving at this point. I chose Clyde EdwardsHelaire. I think he's going to get over 15.5 yards. 15.5 yards. It seemed too small to go in under on that, and it seemed too obvious to take the over. Seems like an easy bet. I know that they have another catching back that like McKinnon that literally thrives off that. But I think EdwardsHelaire, he's gonna get the chances to where that pass rush is gonna be going after him, and McKinnon's not gonna be on the field, and he's gonna have to pass it and dump it off to that running back, and I think he can at least get 15 yards. The only worrisome is if he gets sacked in the back. Gets tackled in the back for a loss and then lose some yards, but I think he'll be able to make it up. I see like a 15-yarder even off one play, depending on how the defense of the Chargers are playing, which they're pretty damn good, to be honest. On my last leg of this parlay, I took the over on the total game points. The over is 53.5. I think that's easy. I don't see any way where this game goes to be like a 20-24 type of game. I see this being a 30-20, like 31, like at least like 35 points for one team. And the other team's not going to be like lagging behind that much. They're going to at least get 25 points. It's just going to be, I think it's just going to be easy. I think this game's going to be towards 55 points at this point. Okay, on to the, I got some videos coming up for my preview. I'm going to be doing a Bills preview video for that matchup on Monday. I'm going to be talking about the parlay I have for that as well. I might have a couple. I currently have one that's pretty big, but I'm saying a first-time score, so that's obviously boosting the ratings up on that. Also, I'm going to be dropping another video for my Week 2 massive 16-leg parlay bet. I already put it in. A lot of over and unders on this one instead of picking winners as much, because there's a lot of huge gaps in scoring. Like, I think they have 3 or 4 games going on that there's a 10-point spread, including the Bills game. So I'll be putting a video about that soon. What else am I doing? Oh yeah, after this week of games, I'm gonna start doing top 14 team like predictions, and it's gonna be split between the two divisions. So basically, predicting the playoff teams for each division, based off of what they've shown, what they look like they can do, and what I think their potential is. So that's gonna be fun to do. I should be getting some graphics because I'm gonna be updating my my subscription to StreamYard. I don't have it this time. I don't have time to do it. I don't have time to put into it, so I'm just doing it this way for now. Let me know if you like the difference between it, if you like StreamYard, if you don't. But yeah, I think it's going to be really fun getting that video done. It's going to be fun just to kind of mess around and make my videos a little bit better and better quality. I mean, obviously not many people are watching this, but I just want to have a better quality video where it's more edited and not just like live. But I don't mind doing live. It's just a lot of pressure to get everything right. Obviously, there's not everything going right now, but that's cool. Oh, I forgot to say, the total odds on that 7-leg parlay bet is plus 3,686. So that's going to turn my $10, which was a free $10 from FanDuel, which I got last weekend with a no stress bet, which is actually pretty nice. And it's going to get me basically $369 if I win. If I don't, I don't. It's free money. I'm not even losing anything at that point. Also, let's get into our sponsors. Don't really have many, but I have a buddy who's doing some videos, and I have a hopeful beer sponsor in the future. So, sponsors. I'm shouting out for the future to have New Belgium Voodoo Ranger sponsor this video. It'd be really great because I drink enough of it. Not crazy amounts, but just at least like 1 or 2 a week at the minimum, and honestly, they're great. Good stress reliever, makes you just take a cool sit down on the couch at night. Everything just goes away. Plus, they're tasty. It's like it's like a New England style IPA, but it's more citrusy. It's very it's all the hazy IPAs. Hazy is the way to go. It tastes very nice, goes down smooth, and it, like I said, almost tastes like, not like a Budweiser, but it's very calming. It's not as like punch in the face of a IPA where the hops just so bitter that you know you're having a double IPA type of thing. And also, my buddy Evan, he's got a channel. It's Mr. _ Nasty TYYYME. Mr. Nasty Time. I'll put a link in the video. I can't put the caption up so you can see it, but I'll put a link in the bottom of this video so you guys can go to him. He's doing weekly rankings for all 32 NFL teams putting a lot of effort into that. Also, he's going to be doing some other videos coming up soon, besides that one only. And he's got a lot of planned content. He has a lot of knowledge of football. Honestly, I think he can have a channel of him just talking about crazy football moments throughout history. And he's super big in the UFC too. Hopefully he goes down that road, starting adding some things onto his channel. I think he can make a huge thing of this. If he would have started this earlier, he'd probably be already pretty famous by now. Good character and just draws you into his content. So, down to the tasting and testing of a tasty brew. Been drinking this a little bit throughout the game. Well, I do drink throughout the game, but no, throughout this video. I would say based off of color, it's a nice, dark, not amber, but reminds me of like a Dos Equis amber looking color. It's gonna, forgot to the can. Southern Tier Brewing. It's a 2x IPA, double IPA. It's at a whole 8.2%. Not too high, not too low. Right in the middle. I like to stick around 7 to 9 if I can. Go a little later, but that's when you start hitting towards just like the run-of-the-mill like Budweiser beers where they run around 5. So nothing too crazy though. Haven't had a double IPA in a long time. So, and this is more of the hoppy. It's away from the hazy. I've been doing hazy a lot. But I would say I have missed the hoppiness. It's a nice bitter taste. Refreshing still as well. And I don't know if you like IPAs. You have what you like. You like your bitters. Do you like your sours? All depends what you're looking at. This... Actually, they're out of, it's a local one. They're out of Lakewood, New York. So, that would be an interesting trip to do one of these days. I would love to go visit a lot of breweries. It'd be something that'd be fun to do. But, that's obviously when I get older and wrinkly and I have time to go and do my stuff. When I'm all retired and the kids out the house. Anyways. I would give the, drinkability of it pretty high. I would say about like a 7.5. I love it. Goes down smooth. It's not too harsh on the hops. Just enough so you know you're drinking a double IPA, but it's not anything crazy. I've had a lot worse. Some of the Western IPAs, which are not bad. It's just if you like the super hoppiness of it, which I don't mind it. It's just some people get a little massive with it to kind of just say monster hops, and people just kind of go for it because it's the more hops and stuff like that, it can be higher alcohol content, which helps out people, and that's what people kind of go for when you're drinking alcohol, to be honest. I would say bingeability. I would give it like a 5. You can drink multiple of these throughout the night. They start getting better. They start getting easier to chug throughout the night. But honestly, that's not something I would like to chug. I'd rather go towards a hazy IPA, or if I'm doing anything like that, I'm just gonna go towards light beer and just drink more of them. Just get a bigger pack. But honestly, I don't really binge drink too much anymore. That's more of like when I was like early 20s, but it just doesn't have that capability, honestly. And the can, I like the can decal. Has like a little picture of a hop on it. It supports its own area, showing off that it's I don't know, I just like the simplicity of it, but though it's so nice and unique as well. I think it's a nice little texture to it. I'd give that like a 7. It's a good one. And honestly, I think that's it. That's the end of the video. Don't forget to click like and subscribe. And hopefully I'll be seeing you on my other videos. And it will be better quality than this one because I had to do it when the kids were awake. So sorry about all the breaks and pauses and stuff. But hopefully my next video will be a lot more smooth and less random noises in the background. Okay, you have a nice day, and go Bills!